Muksu. Muksu yame. Arigai irashimasu. Okay. Willkommen zurück. Eine weitere Aikido Online-Stunde. Wir beginnen wie üblich mit unseren 3 Atemübungen. Daumen in den Finger halten. Hold the thumb in your hands, between your fingers, and exhale through the nose, inhale through the mouth, bend forward, empty your lungs. One more, remember, center stays activated during inhalation and expiration. Breathe regularly. Fingers below the ribcage. Each repetition we move towards the solar plexus. We start at the sides here. As we bend forward, the fingertips move underneath the ribcage. Same way of breathing as before. Don't enter too deep. Should be comfortable, not hurting. Third one, remember center is still active. Right hand on the solar plexus where the heart is, left hand to support the center in its movement, the enlargement and reduction of the center area. So as you bend forward, you exhale, you put a little pressure support on the left hand. As you inhale through the nose, you put a little support on your right hand, coming back to straight up position. Very well. Okay, next. And straight up. Push the hands, really push them straight up, the arms. Don't just let them hang loose. Push it towards the sky and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Don't lose the center line, so nose, belly, spine and belly is straight up. And just twist the torso. One hand, one arm, stretch the shoulder outwards and look to the opposite side. Change. Make it long. Stretch the shoulder, the arm. Look to the opposite side. Back to the other arm. Put it behind your back. Second hand supports, pushes a little down the elbow a little bit. Your middle finger of the hand, which is on the back, you can put directly on your spine, so you know that forearm and hand are in the right middle position. Then push downwards a little bit. You should feel a stretch, but you should not feel pain. Okay. Still, the body is straight up. Other side. Relax the arms, put your arms behind your back, grab the hands like this, cross the fingers behind your back. Okay, then push it straight outwards. Yeah. Some will hear a little crack. Okay, push it straight outwards and then try to push them upwards a little bit, just as far as possible, but the hands, the inside part of the hands, keep in contact and the upper body is still straight up, not bending forward, not leaning to the side. Okay, next, change seat. Feet together, butt close to the feet. Upper body straight up. Then push the knees downwards. You can support it with your elbows, pushing downwards a little bit. And bend forward as far as possible. Don't make the back too round. Try to keep it as straight as possible. If it's not closer to the floor than it is like that, just feel a little tension in your upper legs mainly. Okay, then one leg outward, second one is bend, and then turn, twist the upper body towards the straightened leg and lean forward. Other side. Straight up, towards the straightened leg, and forward. Always try to bend with the upper body instead of pulling too strong with your arm and your shoulder. So with and without the hand supporting your stretch, it should be the same position, not like this. Okay. All right. Next one, from Seiza, 1 foot forward. Keep it straight up, toes looking upward, and then lean back. You can do it on your hands or on your elbows. Be aware to keep the knee of the bent leg on the floor, not raising it. Okay. And other side. Yep. Lean back on your elbows and toes upward. Knee down. Not to forget, sorry. Okay, then lay down sideways. This hand supporting the head, feet and legs are raised. Okay, and then you grab the upper leg, the upper foot, the ankle here with your arm, with your hand, and try to put a little tension in the area between your arm and the upper leg. Still the second leg is raised, and try to hold balance lying on your side, on your flank. Change the side from here, other side. Okay. Next, straight on your back. Relax, arms above your head, and make the whole body as long as possible. And then we concentrate power at our center, raising arms, legs, and head a little bit. 4 times each. Try to feel the center where all the energy is focused and concentrated, and release. Each. And release. Each. Release. Last one. Each. Here. Keep it strong. And release. Very good. We keep lying on the back and bring the knee to our chest. Here, first one. Change sides. Okay, then both legs behind your head. Yeah. Slowly. Try to relax. Up again. One leg straight, the other one bend, hold your knee, touch the floor to the rear, and twist your torso, looking back on the side where your knee is bent. Pull in the belly a little bit, then it's easier to rotate the upper body. Other side. And release. Let's exercise. Legs broad and rotate the upper body clockwise, then counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Very well. Back to taiso. Dekubi Junanando. The wrist exercises. Ikkyo. One hand, second hand. side. Kotegaish. Undo. Pinky towards the head, yes. Other side. Variation, same grip forward. Other side. Ikkyo was a thumb pointing downwards, other thumb pointing upwards. Grab the whole package, pinky to the forehead, and lower everything. Go. Other side. Yep. Thank you. You start like this. Grab from above. Go. Change the hand. Okay, second camera pick is a little flickering. Okay, we got it. And change variation. Push up the elbow. Hand towards the armpit. Yon. Go. Change. Ni. San. Yan. Go. Yonkyo. Very good. Shiun again. And change. Onto the head, one hand below, coming up, grabbing the hand, and relax. Don't pull downwards, just relax the arms, let the weight work. Cross fingers and inside, outside. Ich, ni, san, yan, o, araku, shichi, ch, kyu, ju, change, ich, ni, san, yan, go, roku, shichi, hach, kyu, jo. Very good. And cut the sky. Now relax. Okay. Let hang loose the upper body. Stretch the legs. Keep the back straight. Toes facing forward, pointing forward. Again, just as low as comfortable. Higher and relax the upper body, relax the head. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Step back a little bit. Inhale up. Exhale. All right. Next, toes. Starting on one side, roll them up and down. Then we stomp. Then we rotate the ankle clockwise, counterclockwise. Shake it. And small kicks forward. Other side. Toes. Stomp. Rotate. Ura. Shake it. Kicks. Good. And our series of leg and hip stretching kicks. Let's say, just swing the leg forward and backward. Slowly, not too high. Other side. Okay, change sides now as high as possible. Other side. Try to do it from the center on. Compress the center. Okay, first side, next exercise. My gyari kicks forward. We start already in a little lower position, so the knee is bent on the foot you're standing on. Then raise the other leg. Keep balanced, straighten the other leg for a second. Keep the balance, put it back. Ich, ni, san, yan, go, roku, Hach. Kyu. Chu. Change. Ich. Ni. San. Yang. Go. Roku. Na. Hach. Kyu. Chu. Okay, sideways, but keep the upper body straight up. Very good. Okay, jump. Relax the shoulders. Relax the lungs. Let the breath be pushed out of you. Okay, forward, backward. Sideways. Round in a square. Other side. Other direction. Back and forth. Triangles. With a running on the spot. Tengondo. Get your mat and back and forth. Hands on the knees, feet together, round shaped back, tension in the center which holds the structure, and go. Head not touching the floor. Change the feet. All the way up, hands to the front, and change. Both feet close to the butt now. Change, feet close, hands forward so the weight that has shifted over its turning point. And you can stretch this part here by leaning on your upper leg, on your knee. Change. Yeah. from exactly this position, as the weight has passed the turning point, then push with both feet on the floor towards the floor to get up. Yuyashinkai, back, and lower the center straight down. Change the side, weight over the turning point, push both feet. There. Weight is on this foot. Yuyashinkai, back, here, hinge. Alright, rolling backward, same position as shortly before rolling and changing the side for standing up. Here, weight is over the turning point, one hand outwards, second hand protecting the face and the head, second hand is reaching back for the floor as you roll backward. So here. I'm up again, other side. Down, push one hand out, second hand protection and reaching for the floor. Hand is not touching the floor. Each. In. Sun. Advanced students keep the hands. You can do it one hand out, one hand protecting, or you can also roll back both hands on your omote side, inside, and from this position roll back. Okay. So you take less space during rolling. You need less space during rolling. Side. As I arrive here, I always arrive like this instead of this up. This is active position. At least this is active position. Could be this too, but the toes make contact to the floor, not the whole foot. Okay. So as I roll back. Yeah. Okay. So roll back. There. Okay. Same forward. From seiza. Again, toes like this, not like this, heels up. Okay. Front knee pointing in the direction I want to go. Second knee 45 to 90 degrees outwards. Outer hand, fingers facing forwards. Inner hand, finger facing to the rear. Then you bring down your shoulder first before you push and let the weight of the rest of your body come over it, okay? Here again, this position, pull both heels close to the butt, like in this exercise. It's the same when you roll forward. You end up like a compact structure, not loosen losing your arms and legs. So as you roll, here, feet are already closed, so that from this position I, for example, can stand up or move in any other direction. Okay, sit down, one side, second side, hands together, shoulder to the floor, compact. Arrive here, stand up. Second side. It helps to look in the direction you want to go just until you do the roll. So here I'm looking in the direction, down, put the head to the side, and I arrive in the right spot. Here, direction, and I aim at a certain point before and immediately after the rolling movement. Okay? Go down, aim, and aim. Okay. Okay, we go on to repeat ikkyo undo exercise of basic ikkyo form, which just gives us an example of how to move from the center instead of throwing forward our upper body and pulling the rest afterwards, or vice versa, walking and the rest is following. So all the movements should start from the center, the point, half one hand brought below the navel knot. So as you move, you feel like being pulled forward from this point, which needs to be active. And I don't want to use the word tension. It's not tension, it's the activation of maybe in and yo. So as you move forward, the center widens, and the hip is the part that pushes, that pulls the rest of the body forward. The rest of the body forms a solid structure, which does not mean you are under tension, and it means you are softly relaxed, but you move as one entity. Okay? So starting position, Shisentai, shoulder broad stance, and first you shift the weight on one leg, the other one is pulled close towards, and the same leg is then moving forward, but starting the movement from your hip. Okay? As you do it, the hands for support are raised at shoulder high, and you form kind of triangle between your index fingers and thumbs, and imagine the outer edge of hand and forearm is like a sword, so it's like raising a sword forward, and relax. Okay, once again, side view here, feet together and back, same procedure. Together and forth. Keep the heels on the floor, not raising them. Then back to starting position. Together and forward. Heels on the floor. Back to starting position. Together and forward. Heels on the floor. Back to starting position. So the neutral position is, here is the triangle in front of my center, and from here I move. Now we can do it in 2 and 4 directions. We start in 2 directions, left foot to the front, each. My hands fall down. As my hands fall down, my arms fall down. The hip shifts 180 degrees to the other side. And then the same movement, the feet are already in position, slide step forward. We shift, slide step forward, shift, slide step forward, and so on. From the side, also remember heels on the floor, which is important, and don't twist your foot outwards as you move forward. So don't do this, for example. So the toes of both feet are always pointing in the direction, the front foot nearly exactly in the direction, the rear foot like 45 degrees outwards. It depends a little bit the angle, but the toes are pointing in the direction where you go, where you move your center, instead of having a position where the toes point to the rear, because this twists the knee and the hip in an unstable position. Okay, so from here, left foot to the front, each, turn around, knee, turn around, move from the center, sun, yang, breathe, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. You can also imagine the in and yo idea, yo, in, which is like yin and yang, yo, in Japanese, yo, 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 yo. Okay, same but different. We now move in 4 directions. Starting left foot to the front. Hitch 180 degrees to omote side. Slide step forward. 90 degrees to the omote side. Left foot forward. 180 to the omote side. Right foot forward. 90 to the left. Left foot forward, 180 to the right, and we arrived at, we complete a full round. So same, starting right foot to the front, yep, all together, right foot to the front, 180 to the left, slide step forward, 90 to the right, right foot forward, 180 to the left, left foot forward, 90 to the right, right foot forward, and 180 to the left. Exactly. Okay. As these movements always end on the opposite foot where you started, you can do them without interruption, without a break, sequentially. So in a sequence you can always go on and on. Let's do this, everyone on your own, 4 directions. Everyone who's capable can also try the 8 directions. If you already did it, then please go on 8 directions. For the rest of you, stay with the 4 directions and work on the 90-degree and 180-degree direction changes. Okay. Okay. 4 and 8 directions. Then we move on to kokyu-ryoku. Basic exercise of breath power development. Again, like in ikkyo, we have the Shisentai position at the very beginning. Maybe the feet a little closer, not really Shisentai, a little closer, hip broad, let's say. Then we raise the arms like for ikkyo, but now we have the palms facing upward, not like tegadama, not like the pinky is raised first, but we raise like a tablet, a stone. We raise the fingers first, palms looking upward. Already a little bit bend in the knees. Weight is on the forefoot, more than on the heels. From here we twist the upper body until there is a natural stop, and where we have to start moving with the whole body from the hip to the rear, slightly outwards. Here again, keep the heel of the rear foot on the floor, twist the rear foot so that the toes are pointing in the same direction as the forefoot does, not like this, but like this. One hand is actively raised upward, the second hand is on stomach, on chudan, chudan level in the middle, like on your belly, and the knees are bent, the weight has shifted to the forefoot, to the front foot. Okay? Again, raise the arms, twist the upper body, and on a certain point when you imagine losing balance, then the movement of the whole body starts. At a certain point, when you do this, the weight must shift to one leg so that you can freely twist the body. Okay? Raise. Weight has shifted. Here I'm free. Raise. Weight is already shifted. Here I'm free. Ich. Knee. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Center moves. Yeah. You can also step large to the rear, larger step to the rear. All you have to do is to pull the rear leg closer to your body then, so that you have a stable stance at the end. You see, I pull it up so that again I'm in a stable hami stance. Okay, back. Both arms are of equal use. It's not only this arm you imagine that is necessary for throwing, for example, a kokyu-ryoku, but it's both arms bringing the whole weight to the rear. It's like putting a huge rock to the rear. Center is active. One arm to the sky, second arm Judan. Jodan, Judan. Arms are relaxed. Very good. Okay, enough of this, and last exercise for completing the curriculum of sabaki body movements in Aikido is sabaki, which consists of 3 basic foot movements consisting of sliding steps, of twisting of turning the hip, and pivoting the whole body. Okay, we start 1 foot to the front, hanmi, migi or hidari hanmi, left or right foot to the front. Then we imagine, for example, it's ki or an energy coming towards us. We lead this energy out of the way with the arm, with the hand, which is to the front. So we kind of move towards our hand, doing a slide step. Okay, so here comes the energy. We blend the energy that is coming to the side as we enter. Okay, straight irimi movement into the body with a slight step forward. And breathe. You can imagine moving out of the line of attack, which is the line where the energy is coming straight towards us. You can imagine moving outward and forward, you can see here. Or you can imagine like moving straight in, but blending the energy outward at the same time. So you keep you stay on the line of attack or the line of energy which is coming, blending it outward. So rather you move or you make a move, I always say, which is here moving straight forward, or more liberal, blend the attack, move a little bit outwards. Okay, both is common and useful. Other side. Still the center initiates the movement. Heels on the floor like always, toes pointing all in the same direction. Don't do it like this, okay? Out of the line, keeping the line. Out of the line, keeping the line. Try to imagine where the weight has to be so you can move freely. So as I start, the weight has to be on the rear foot so that I can push forward. Now the weight is on the front foot so that I can freely adjust the position of the rear one, okay? You cannot do it vice versa. If you start here, you cannot move forward because your front foot is carrying your weight, so it's not free to move. So you have to shift the weight on the rear foot so this foot is free. Now I push the earth, and now the weight is on the forefoot so that I can adjust the rear one to have a stable position again, okay? So it's a shift of weight from one foot to the other, like always walking is. But here it's essential to keep the balance, okay? Second exercise, same idea. All the basic principles explained count in every kind of stepping movement. So there is no stepping ending like this, okay? Never. It's never a movement that ends like this, okay? It's always starting from the center, from the hips, okay? Second of three basic movements. You start the same way, slide step forward, but then from here you shift the hip in the other direction, 180 degrees, okay? Once again, one foot to the front, slide step forward, shift the hip. What is of importance here is to have the weight on the right foot, otherwise you are not stable and not free to move. So here we start, weight is on the back foot, weight is on the front foot. Now I turn and the weight is on the rear foot again. So the front foot is completely free to choose any direction. I'm here, okay? So again, slide step forward, turn the hip, and more or less the weight is on the rear foot, okay? This is just support. Slide and turn, okay? We do together, always moving back to the starting position. Slide forward, turn the hip, and back. Slide forward, turn the hip. Use your hands and arms. Again, blending energy and attack coming, sliding forward and leading it to the rear. Like inviting and letting pass in the direction it wants to go. Energy is coming, energy is passing. Coming and passing on. Other foot, right foot to the front, or whatever you started with. Forward and turn around. Slide step, turn around. Slide step, turn around. keep the balance and shift the weight from one foot to the other. Okay, and last one, this was mainly the Tenkan Kaiten movement, and then we combine it and do it Irimi Tenkan, which you can start in every hanmi you want, left or right. So I start left foot to the front, and now we do a whole movement which consists of a step, turning the hip and stepping back, so that the start and the end is the same position, and we can always restart. Okay, so it's a step forward, turn the hip and step backward, step forward, turn the hip, step backward. Okay, forward, turn the hip and backward, forward, turn the hip and backward, on the side, forward, turn the hip and backward, forward, turn the hip and backward. Try to keep the hip on the same level, so don't jump like this. They always keep the same niveau, the same level, which means the knees are always bent even at the beginning. Slowly, weight shifting forward, step forward, weight shifting forward, turning the hip, weight is on the rear foot, stepping back. As I step backward, I do this large movement just to let you see which direction I'm moving. Normally you move it straight back. Weight is on the rear foot. Again, weight to the front foot, step forward, shift the weight and turn the hip, step back, weight to the rear foot. And again, you can use the hands and the arms, energy coming, leading, and pass on. Coming, leading, pass on. Together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here. Settle. Here. Turn. Settle. And freely. All right. Let's end our 2 days training with breathing exercises. As always, remember, we start fingers crossed, Shisentai. Straight as back, control your breath, keep the spine straight, and shoulders relaxed. Weight is already on the toes more than on the heels. Knees are a little bent. As you want to increase difficulty, you can start closing the eyes, otherwise you leave them open, it doesn't matter. Okay. Inhale. Long inhalation phase. Exhale and come on your toes. Now inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Little correction. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Not on the heels. Now you go. Not on your toes. Now you go on the toes and lower the heels as you exhale. Okay, once again. Long period of inhalation till here. Now. Second exercise, raise the arms to the front and come on your toes as you inhale. Turn the hands, fingers facing down, exhale. Back on the heels. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, to the rear. Check your clothes. Sit up. Muksu. Muksu yame. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.